Hello, everyone, and welcome again to the U.S. Woman Garden Show. This is a sad day for me. It's very sad because I tried something different this year with my gardening. I built an indoor garden, and I decided to put everything in containers, but that didn't work out too well. The mesh was on the top, all around, as well as the top. And what happened was these white flies came in, and when they came in, they started to get on my plants, and I did everything I can do to literally take them off. I bought every spray, everything, and it didn't work. So I realized that when it rained, they multiplied. So I told my folks, hey, let's just take the mesh off. Just take the mesh down. It was dark anyway. Let's put some more light in here. And I said that because in the areas where there was no mesh at the top, look how prosperous the plants are growing. This is the area that had no mesh or the least mesh on the top, and they're growing prosperous, just beautifully here. The celery and the peppers, the watermelon, the little cabbage patch, everything is growing nicely here. So it's like, okay, take the mesh down. This area is growing pretty good too because this kind of had little mesh on this side too. But this area here that had the most mesh to cover it, they just died on me. So I had to pull up like 10 plants. I pulled up because it just got that bad. This area had little mesh and they're growing well too. So we took all the mesh down off the top. So we now have an open area, and we'll see if this works. The plants I put in the ground, these are my collard greens, my broccoli, out here, and my cabbages. They're growing quite well. They have no mesh. They're on the outside of the indoor garden, and they're growing well. So I've learned my lesson. There will not be no more mesh at the top. Definitely, that's a no for me. If I need to cover it, it'll definitely be covered with something clear at the top, and so we could get as much sun as possible and suffocate those white flies. So this is a lesson learned for me. It was a hard lesson because I lost quite a few plants in the process, but the ones that are outside, they're growing nicely and without any disturbance, and I really like that. Okay, so a lesson learned in gardening.